The marriage of Barbra Streisand and James Brolin has always fascinated fans and the media. Both of them are powerful names in Hollywood, and their relationship has lasted for decades in an industry where many marriages do not survive very long. When the couple first met in the late 1990s, many people were surprised by how quickly they connected. Their personalities seemed different at first. Streisand was already known as one of the most talented singers and actresses in the world, famous for her perfectionist personality and strong opinions. Brolin, on the other hand, had built a reputation as a calm and thoughtful actor who preferred a quieter life away from the spotlight. Yet, according to many interviews and stories told by the couple, their differences were actually one of the reasons their relationship worked. They supported each other's careers and respected each other's space. Over the years, however, the marriage also became the subject of curiosity because of the unusual habits and personal rules they developed together. Streisand has openly admitted in interviews that she has very specific ways of doing things, from how her home is organized to how she communicates with people close to her. Some fans find these habits charming, while others describe them as strange or unusual. Still, Brolin has often spoken about how these quirks are simply part of Streisand's personality and creativity. Their marriage has survived because they learned to accept and appreciate each other's unique ways of living. In a world where many celebrity relationships fall apart quickly, their long-lasting bond shows that understanding and patience can be just as important as romance and excitement. Another reason the marriage between Streisand and Brolin has attracted so much attention is the way they handle their private life. Unlike many celebrity couples who constantly appear together in public events and social media posts, they have often chosen to live a quieter and more private lifestyle. Streisand is known for being very protective of her personal space and her home. She has built a large and carefully designed property where she keeps many of her personal collections and memories from her long career. Some stories about her home have even become famous among fans. For example, she reportedly created rooms that look like small shops to display items she collected over the years. For some people, this sounds unusual, but for Streisand it is a creative way to preserve her memories and passions. Brolin has explained in interviews that he respects these interests and even enjoys the unique environment they have created together. Their lifestyle may appear strange to outsiders, but it reflects the personalities of two people who have spent decades in the entertainment industry and developed their own way of living. In many ways, their relationship works because they allow each other to be themselves without pressure to follow typical expectations. While rumors and exaggerated stories sometimes appear in the media about their marriage being weird, the reality seems to be much simpler. Their relationship is built on mutual respect, humor, and patience. They understand that long-lasting love often requires accepting differences rather than trying to change them. For many fans, this honest and unconventional partnership is actually one of the reasons their marriage has remained strong for so many years. Over the years, the relationship between Barbra Streisand and James Brolin has continued to attract attention because of the way they openly talk about the unusual habits that exist in their marriage. Unlike many celebrity couples who try to appear perfect in public, Streisand and Brolin have sometimes shared small details about their daily life that reveal how different their relationship really is. One story that often surprises fans is how they sometimes communicate with each other through notes instead of long conversations. Streisand once explained in an interview that writing notes helps them express their thoughts more clearly and calmly. Instead of arguing or reacting emotionally in the moment, they prefer to write down what they feel and then discuss it later. Some people might find this method strange, but for them it has become a useful way to avoid unnecessary conflicts. Brolin has said that this simple habit has helped their marriage remain peaceful and respectful for many years. In a world where many couples argue frequently, their unusual approach to communication has actually strengthened their relationship. It shows that every marriage has its own rules, and what works for one couple might look unusual to others. For Streisand and Brolin, these small personal traditions have become an important part of their daily life together. Their willingness to talk honestly about these habits also reveals a level of comfort and trust that many relationships struggle to achieve. Instead of hiding their differences, they accept them and even laugh about them in interviews. This openness has allowed fans to see a more human side of two very famous people who have spent decades in the public eye. Another reason people continue to talk about their marriage is the strong independence both partners maintain, even after many years together. Barbra Streisand has always been known as a highly independent and creative person who values control over her work and environment. Throughout her long career, she has directed films, produced music, and made many important decisions about her artistic projects. This strong personality could easily create challenges in a relationship, but James Brolin has often explained that he respects her independence rather than trying to change it. In fact, he believes that giving each other personal space is one of the secrets to their long marriage. Brolin himself enjoys activities that keep him busy and fulfilled, including acting projects and spending time outdoors. Because both partners have their own interests and passions, they do not feel the need to control each other's schedules or decisions. This balance between closeness and independence is something many couples struggle to achieve. In their case, it has allowed the relationship to remain fresh and supportive even after many years. While the media sometimes focuses on the weird aspect of their marriage, the deeper story is really about two people who have learned how to respect each other's individuality. Their relationship may not look traditional from the outside, but it works for them because it is based on honesty, patience, and acceptance. In the often chaotic world of Hollywood relationships, their lasting partnership stands as an example that true compatibility does not always follow the usual rules. As time passed, the marriage between Barbra Streisand and James Brolin continued to stand out in Hollywood, not only because of their long relationship, but also because of the way they openly discussed the challenges of maintaining marriage in the public eye. Both of them had already experienced previous relationships before they met. So when they came together, they carried with them the lessons they had learned from past. Streisand had been married before and understood how difficult it could be to balance fame, career, and personal life. Brolin also had his own experiences that shaped how he approached love and commitment. When they married in 1998, many people were curious about how two well-known figures with strong personalities would make their relationship work. Over the years, their answer has been surprisingly simple: patience and understanding. Brolin has often said in interviews that the most important thing in their marriage is listening. He explained that when two people truly listen to each other, even unusual habits or disagreements become easier to manage. Streisand, who is known for her attention to detail and perfectionist nature, sometimes approaches life in ways that others might consider overly careful or unusual. However, Brolin has said that he sees these traits not as problems, but as part of what makes her unique. Instead of criticizing or trying to change those habits, he accepts them and even finds humor in them. This attitude has helped their relationship remain stable even when media stories try to portray their lifestyle as strange. In reality, their marriage reflects the idea that love often requires accepting a partner exactly as they are rather than expecting them to fit a traditional mold. Another interesting aspect of their relationship is the way they manage fame and privacy. Both Barbra Streisand and James Brolin have spent decades working in an industry where personal lives are constantly discussed by fans and journalists. Despite this attention, they have tried to keep many parts of their marriage away from the spotlight. They rarely share every detail of their daily life, and when they do speak publicly, it is often with humor and honesty rather than drama. This approach has helped them avoid some of the pressures that affect many celebrity couples. Streisand has explained that protecting their private life allows them to focus on the things that matter most, such as their relationship, family, and creative work. Brolin has also said that spending quiet time together at home is something they both value deeply after years of busy careers. In interviews, he has described their home life as peaceful and supportive, a place where they can relax without worrying about public expectations. While outsiders sometimes focus on the unusual details of Streisand's personality or lifestyle, those who know the couple well often describe their marriage as warm and stable. Their story shows that what may seem unusual to the outside world can simply be the natural way two people learn to live together. After more than 2 decades of marriage, Streisand and Brolin continue to prove that strong relationships are built on respect, communication, and the willingness to embrace each other's differences rather than fight against them as the years continued to pass. The relationship between Barbra Streisand and James Brolin became an interesting example of how two strong personalities can build a lasting partnership in the often unpredictable world of Hollywood. Many celebrity marriages struggle because of busy schedules, public pressure, and the constant attention from media and fans. However, Streisand and Brolin have repeatedly explained that they found ways to avoid many of those problems by focusing on the foundation of their relationship rather than the outside noise. One thing that stands out in their story is the respect they show for each other's individuality. Streisand has always been known for her creative mind and very specific way of organizing her life and work. She pays attention to small details that others might overlook, and this perfectionist approach has played a big role in her long and successful career in music, film, and theater. For some partners, Living with such a strong personality can feel overwhelming, but Brolin has said that he sees it as part of what makes her special. Instead of trying to change her habits, he supports them and even admires the dedication behind them. In many interviews, Brolin has mentioned that the key to their marriage is learning when to give space and when to offer support. This simple balance has helped them maintain harmony in their home even when their professional lives became busy or stressful. By respecting each other's independence, they created a relationship where both partners feel valued and understood. Another fascinating part of their marriage is the way they handle disagreements and communication. Like any couple, they do not always agree on everything, but their approach to solving problems has often been described as unique. Barbra Streisand once explained that writing notes to each other has sometimes helped them discuss sensitive topics more calmly. Instead of reacting immediately during an argument, they take time to think about what they want to say and express it in writing. This method may sound unusual, but it allows both partners to communicate their feelings clearly without letting emotions take control. James Brolin has said that this habit has prevented many misunderstandings over the years. It gives them the chance to reflect on their words and respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. This small but meaningful habit shows how their relationship has developed its own system of communication, one that may not be traditional but works very well for them. Many relationship experts often say that successful couples create their own rules and ways of interacting, and Streisand and Brolin seem to have done exactly that. By focusing on patience, honesty, and respect, they have built a partnership that continues to grow stronger even after decades together. Their story reminds fans that every marriage is different, and sometimes the methods that look unusual from the outside are exactly what keep a relationship healthy and lasting today as their marriage moves forward through the years. The bond between Barbra Streisand and James Brolin continued to evolve in ways that many fans found both surprising and inspiring. What makes their relationship stand out is not just its longevity, but the honest way they talk about the effort required to keep a marriage strong. In many interviews, both of them have explained that a successful relationship does not happen automatically, especially when both partners are demanding careers and strong personalities. Instead, it requires patience, understanding, and a willingness to learn from each other every day. Streisand has often described herself as someone who pays close attention to details and prefers things to be organized in a certain way. This personality trait has helped her achieve incredible success in her professional life, but it can also make daily life more complicated. However, Brolin has never viewed these habits as a problem. He has said that he respects the discipline and creativity behind her way of thinking. According to him, the key to their happiness is accepting each other's differences rather than trying to change them. This attitude has helped them avoid many conflicts that might otherwise appear in a relationship. Instead of focusing on what they disagree about, they focus on what they share, a love for creativity, storytelling, and a quiet life away from constant public attention. This approach has allowed their marriage to remain strong even when rumors or exaggerated stories appear in the media about their private life. Another reason their relationship continues to attract attention is a unique lifestyle they have created together. Barbra Streisand has long been known for a deep interest in collecting art, antiques, and meaningful items from her career. Her home reflects these passions, with carefully designed spaces that display objects connected to her memories and achievements. Some reports have described parts of her home as resembling small streets or shops where different collections are organized and displayed. While this idea may seem unusual to some people, it simply reflects a creative personality and a desire to preserve important moments from her life. James Brolin has often spoken warmly about this environment, explaining that he enjoys living in a place that reflects his wife's imagination and artistic spirit. Rather than seeing these habits as strange, he sees them as part of the creative world she has built throughout her career. Their home has become a private sanctuary where they can relax, work on projects, and spend time together away from the busy entertainment industry. In many ways, this environment has helped strengthen their relationship because it gives them space to focus on what matters most, their connection with each other. While the public may sometimes label their lifestyle as unusual, the truth is that their marriage is based on mutual respect, shared experiences, and a deep understanding of each other's personalities. Over the decades, they have shown that lasting love does not always follow traditional rules, and sometimes the very things that make a relationship seem different are exactly what keep it strong today as the years have gone by. The marriage between Barbra Streisand and James Brolin has continued to capture public attention, not only because of their fame, but also because of the unusual yet fascinating way they maintain their relationship. In an industry where relationships often end quickly due to pressure, distance, and constant public attention. Their marriage has lasted for decades. Many fans have wondered how two people who live such busy and demanding lives have managed to keep their bond strong. The answer, according to both of them, lies in a combination of patience, understanding, and the willingness to grow together over time. Streisand has always been known as a very strong and creative personality. Throughout her long career, she has been more than just a singer or actress. She has also directed films, produced projects, and made many important decisions about her artistic work. This level of control and perfectionism helped her achieve great success, but it also means that she approaches life in a very detailed and thoughtful way. For some partners, living with someone who has such high standard could create tension, but Brolin has often explained that he sees these qualities as part of what makes Streisand extraordinary. Instead of feeling intimidated by a strong personality, he appreciates the passion and discipline behind it. He has said that he learned early in their relationship that respecting her creative process and independence was essential. By allowing each other space to grow and work on their own interests, they built a relationship that feels supportive rather than restrictive. Another aspect of their marriage that many people find interesting is the way they manage communication and conflict. Like every couple, they occasionally disagree or face challenges, but the way they handle these moments is quite unique. Barbra Streisand once revealed in an interview that writing notes to each other has sometimes helped them solve problems in a calm and thoughtful way. Instead of reacting immediately in the heat of the moment, they sometimes write down their feelings and thoughts. This method allows them to express themselves clearly without raising their voices or letting emotions take control. While some people may find this approach unusual, it has worked well for them because it encourages patience and reflection. James Brolin has said that this habit helped them avoid many unnecessary arguments over the years. It allows both of them to think carefully about what they want to say and respond with respect rather than frustration. This kind of communication shows how deeply they value maintaining peace and understanding in their relationship. In many ways, their marriage demonstrates that every couple must find its own system for solving problems and staying connected. Their lifestyle at home also reflects the unique personalities that both partners bring into the relationship. Barbra Streisand has always had a strong passion for collecting art, antiques, and meaningful items connected to her life and career. Over the years, she created spaces in her home where these objects are carefully displayed and preserved. Some descriptions of her home have become famous among fans because certain rooms are designed almost like small shops or themed spaces that showcase different collections. While this might sound unusual to people who are not familiar with her personality, it simply represents a creative way of organizing memories and celebrating the journey of her life. James Brolin has often spoken warmly about living in this environment. He has said that he enjoys the artistic atmosphere and understands how important these collections